Hi, Devin here, and I want to talk about this laptop right here. It's the Asus VivoBook 16. Now, the VivoBook line has been around for a while now, and with this line, Asus typically brings awesome specifications at an affordable price point, and this VivoBook 16 is no different. Now, I was able to pick this up at Best Buy on sale for $449, and if you're able to pick this up at that price point, just stop the video. Seriously, stop the video. Go buy this. I promise you it's more than worth it at that price point. And if you're not able to find it on sale, that's okay, because at its retail price of $599, the Asus VivoBook 16 is an awesome laptop. And I'm going to discuss why right now. What makes the VivoBook 16 so special? Well, first and foremost, it's the guts that comes inside this machine. At the heart of the VivoBook 16 is an AMD Ryzen 7 7730U processor. This is a 2.0 GHz 8-core processor, and it flies. Not only will it handle your day-to-day tasks without breaking a sweat, it's also capable of editing photos in Photoshop and also editing 4K video on Adobe Premiere. And it does all this without faltering whatsoever. So I tested 5 different games with the Ryzen 7 integrated chip. And firstly, I tried 2 older AAA titles in BioShock Infinite and Rise of the Tomb Raider, a couple indie games in Oxenfree and Ori and the Will of Wisps. And lastly, I tested the graphical chops of the Ryzen 7 by making it try to render the very complex environments on Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. So, unsurprisingly, this chip wasn't able to handle newer AAA titles like Uncharted 4. I barely got 11 frames per second. It was still playable, but man, was it just choppy, and the environmentals was just really not producing anything in real time, and I actually had the game stop at one point trying to render the rest of the environment. On the indie games, I was able to get 39 frames per second on Oxenfree, while shockingly I was able to get 73 frames per second on Ori and the Will of Wisps. Now, older AAA titles are kind of hit and miss. BioShock Infinite ran amazingly at 64 frames per second, while Rise of the Tomb Raider only managed a measly 22 frames per second. I mean, we're talking about a laptop that's $600. $600! The Asus VivoBook 16 shouldn't be able to edit 4K video, nor should it be capable of gaming in any way, shape, or form. Yet it's able to handle some games at 1080p medium settings. And this is all thanks to that awesome Ryzen 7 7730U chip from AMD. I was able to achieve 9 hours and 40 minutes of battery life while on minimum brightness and streaming a video on YouTube. Now, when I try to completely stress the laptop out by having it set at maximum brightness and gaming, I was able to get 1 hour and 4 minutes. The screen on the VivoBook 16 is a 16-inch 1920 by 1200 resolution screen. It's surrounded by very thin bezels and has an 86% body to screen ratio. The panel on this display is actually pretty poor in terms of color accuracy. Now, this isn't going to really matter on your day-to-day usage, whether you're watching YouTube videos or gaming. It only matters if you actually do plan on using this to edit videos or photos. Okay, let's now pivot and talk about the keyboard, because man, it's really nice. It's a full-size backlit keyboard, and it has a number pad as well. The keys are properly spaced out, and each key itself has nice deep travel to them, and overall just have a very satisfying click. Let's now talk about the trackpad, because it's also excellent. The trackpad is curated from glass and has a nice smooth feel, and it's extremely responsive as well. In the top right corner of the trackpad, there's a built-in fingerprint reader, and it's amazing. It honestly is 100% accurate, and there wasn't one single time when I placed my finger on that reader that it did not read by finger. And it's honestly one of the best fingerprint readers I've tested on any device. It's that good. Now, you may be asking yourself, what are the shortcomings of this laptop? How is it able to be this great at that affordable price point of $600? Well, the biggest reason why is the overall construction of the laptop. It's constructed from a plastic polymer, and this construction just gives it an overall cheap feel, and it's extremely light. Now, being light isn't a bad thing, especially when you're using this as a student going from class to class across campus. That could be an actual benefit. However, it rears its ugly head when you try to open the laptop itself. The hinge on this laptop is fairly tight, so when you try to open the lid, the entire laptop itself goes with it because it's extremely light, and it provides for being a poor counterweight. But honestly, the worst offender of the VivoBook 16 may be the web camera itself. It is a 720p web camera, and overall it doesn't look that awful. However, in poor lighting, it does have troubles defining the overall image and reproducing colors faithfully. If you're using this for Zoom meetings or video conferencing for school, it will get the job done, but overall, it doesn't look that great. On the plus side, it does come with a privacy shutter though, which is always nice to see. The port selection itself is okay. There's 3 USB Type 3 ports, which is nice to see. There is 1 USB Type C port on the VivoBook 16. However, it is a charging only port. And if you thought the web camera was absolutely abysmal, recharging the VivoBook 16 is an utter chore. Whether you're using the proprietary dedicated charger or USB Type-C, you're looking at around 2.5 hours to go from 0 to 100%. Damn! And that's it, guys. That's the Asus VivoBook 16. If you enjoyed this video, send me your likes. If you enjoy my content, send me your subs. I'll see you next time.